Yes, 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 yes. It is Evaluation of Love, episode 4. Okay. You know what I mean? A place where we want to evaluate love from an intellectual perspective. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely want to answer, the questions that a lot of people have. You know what I'm saying? And just get perspective. There's no right or wrong here. Okay. Let me turn on my music a little bit. Here we go. All right. But before I continue, all right, let me give a quick pause for the cause. All right. As always, the StreamYard link is pinned in all the chats across the network. All right. Number one, salute. All right. To man, somebody who I definitely admire as a content creator. He's definitely inspiration. Yeah. Love his stuff. Love the fact that he just knows our people. And mm, he points out just the 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 side of our history that a lot of us don't talk about, which is the good side, right? We don't hear enough good news. We don't hear enough things that are positive. We always hear a lot of things that are negative, and that's things that are forced in our in our media or just in the things that we partake in, right? So information man, salute to you, bro. Peace and respect and much love to you. Thank you for being inspiration. And everybody make sure y'all like and subscribe and follow information man. He is a wonderful content creator, man. Thank you so much, bro. And thank you for everything that you do out here on YouTube. So yes, Miss Polly is here. You know what I mean? She is my co-host. She is family. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, family? What do you have for us today? What is the curriculum? We're
Oh,
here.
hi, how are you today?
Doing good,
Okay,
doing good.
so I'm good, I'm good. So yeah, today, as you all know, it is the eve of Valentine's Day. A lot of people are dreading and not dreading this time of year. Some people like to really, get real excited. Some people are starting to look for love. This is the time of year that I like to call the bad choices time, but that's my own personal thing. Maybe we'll go through that a little bit. But the reason why I call it the bad choice time because during this time of the year, a lot of times people make decisions based on an emotion attached to Valentine's Day, which is you should find someone in love and start thinking about the companionship. And when they say they make bad decisions, is that you will hop into a relationship very quickly just to feel that love that everyone else you think is enjoying. So a lot of people jump or rush into relationships. So we also want to help and talk about today different ways you can avoid making that bad choice. And maybe find a way to communicate with others in a good way if you are feeling that love in your heart and you want to share it, go out with some friends possibly, enjoy that. But if you're looking for love, we want to talk about like how can we go about doing that around this time? Is this the time to tell someone tell them you care for them and you like to be with them? Is this the time for that? And how you go about doing that? What's the correct way? Where should you go? Um, this is the time of year where those things start, all things start coming up, and we want to approach that and find out how should we approach that. What is the best way to either tell someone you care about them, or try to, show your love to your partner you're already with. How do you express that? Because it may have been a couple years and you haven't been able to, you know, rekindle that magic. And how do you do that? How do you keep that flame going? So we can have to talk about those things and go down that road tonight.
Okay, okay, okay. Very interesting. That's probably very interesting. Mm, is there ever? I think honesty is always a plus. Whenever you want to tell somebody something, you want to be honest with them. You know what I mean, if you can. But honesty also, as I always say, the truth comes at a price, and most people can't afford it. Okay, all right. The truth is not free. It is pricey. Okay, it costs a lot for the truth to come out, and I hope people understand it. Okay, so if you want the truth from somebody, you want somebody to tell you how they feel, you want to be vulnerable, that is a tall task sometimes, okay? And we have to be mindful of that. Some people have been traumatized, okay, and some people have gone through different abuse and things of that nature. So I think, a lot of time we can say, well, why can't, why can't he just say how she feels? How come she can't say how she feels? But a lot of times, we don't factor that in. And I don't want to bag on the brothers because, I definitely love my brothers, man. I'm a man, so I love my brothers, you know what I mean? And salute to I am a single one. Salute, salute. Also salute to them three. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everybody giving love. That's what I'm talking about. Show that love. Yes, 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 yes. You know what I mean? But I think with men have a hard time sometimes seeing that women go through different traumas, right? And because of that, it's not the fact that she doesn't like you or she doesn't want you, right? She may have gone through different things in life and she can't show you love the way you think she should show you, okay? And now she don't care. She does care about you, right? Excuse me. But she's been through so much stuff that now that she meets you and you're a great guy, she may not know how to handle you. You know what I mean? She may not know how to be loved, right? And that's the same for men. Sometimes they go through the same thing, right? Guy can be totally invested in the girl, really care about her, but all his life he's been told, "Hey, men don't show emotions. They don't cry. They don't do this. They don't do that." You know what I mean? So that's what he gonna do. If I always tell a man, hey, look, man, all you gotta do is work, pay the bills, right, provide, and that's it. You know what I mean? You come home, she cook for you. You know what I mean? Y'all get it on in the bedroom, and that's all. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta take out on no. You may take on a date here and there. You know what I mean? But once you get settled and y'all move in, y'all get a family and all that. Look, man, you be working hard. You gonna be taking care of them kids. Don't worry about all that. You know what I mean? Like romance is you paying that white bill. You want to show you
Oh
romantic? Pay.
Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is things that are taught though. These are things that are taught to people, right? So if we're taught these things and we're told that this is correct, right? And now we're stepping into a relationship, into a world of relationships, so it's a world that's big, right? And we have people have different ideals and beliefs, right? And we step into that world. Now we're seeing that that's not all correct. We're seeing that some of these things that we believe in is false, or we're seeing that if I bring this into a relationship, it's going to potentially destroy the relationship and it won't allow it to grow, right? The relationship will never grow and we will only be friends because I'm not being emotionally vulnerable or available for the person I'm with, right? And vice versa. They may not be emotionally vulnerable or available to you, right? But then are we going to take the time to help to foster that, right? Do we have the patience to wait and help somebody get to that point, right? Or are we going to say, nah, that's a little too much for me. I'm good, right? Which either one, hey, whichever one you want to do is fine, right? But I hate for people to miss out on quality people just because they've been through stuff, right? Or just because they have a lack of understanding. You know what I mean? But like I said, everybody has a choice. Good morning to you too, Stan. What's going on? Go ahead, Miss Polly. You can share your perspective. I am listening.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, you're saying. I also think like during this time when you're trying to find, like, let's say you're trying to rekindle something. Let's focus on the rekindling part. I think what happens a lot of times, like you say, you get stuck in your ways, and you're so used to that person being there. You have to remember how to show appreciation to the people you're with and who are in your life, and that sometimes can be lost. And on top of that, you not knowing how to show someone your love. Um, and even if you show them your love, it's a big thing where you don't know how to communicate your love to your other person, because just because you can give love doesn't mean they like to receive it that way. So it's really important. I know we always talk about those love languages and all that, and some people think it's BS and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, it is important, because if I think that you enjoy spending time with me, and you're like, I'm just a busy person, I really don't value time like that. I value something else. Then you're losing that connection, because whatever you're giving me, I don't value it the same. So you have to have that conversation with the person you're with. Hopefully, you know that with the person you're with, and then you can give them what they want. Some people don't like certain things. Like, some people don't like to be hugged on and all the public affection. They don't like it. It's just not what they want to do, and that's how you want to love them. But that doesn't feel good to them. So you have to know that, and try to find what works for best for both of you, or find like a middle. So it's really important to do that when you're trying to find that rekindling or this time of year, if you're thinking about your girlfriend, what she wants, a lot of girls are saying, I don't want flowers. I don't want, this and that because they just aren't interested or they don't think that's good enough or whatever. Find, you know, find your pace and then go with that because not everybody wants the same things. And let's flip this around. Be grateful. Be grateful. I'm not going to say this is on the men. I'm probably going to see this in women more. Be grateful when your person gets you something or tries to give you a gift, regardless if you are like overjoyed or not. But just be grateful that they're putting time and effort into you because that's what it's really about. Just trying to show someone you care. So I think it's really important. What are you going to say over there, sir?
Okay, so when you say be grateful, are you talking about that like from the perspective of the man or the woman?
For the most part, I would say from the women receiving whatever they were receiving. For the most part, I think men are grateful usually when a woman does something for them. Usually,
So, I mean, most of the time when we have these conversations, we have this bar, right, where it's like, um, there's an expectation that women are supposed to sort of like not be grateful. They're supposed to be like like they're supposed to anticipate shit. Like they're supposed to be the ones that is like, well, what are you providing for me? Right? So there's no man that's gonna come in and be grateful from what you could provide, right? Is that your perception?
no.
So what's your perception?
Our perception more is if I'm saying most women, if a man gives them something, a lot of times they'll. Not everyone. Some women are grateful that someone puts an effort, but now the generation has come up behind us. A lot of them are saying that they're not happy for what they're receiving. Like if a guy goes and gets a woman flowers, he's called names. He's called, that's not good enough. Or they don't want flowers. They
Yeah,
don't
but
want those things.
you're kind of muddy. So I mean, you don't really give a damn if it's a man or a woman, right?
Who gives you flowers? Say it
You
again,
don't
darling.
give
I'm sorry.
you don't give a damn if it's a man or a woman, right? Because you're muddy.
Oh, Polly. Okay, you
We call
excuse
it
me.
Molly
Okay.
over here. I'm from the UK,
Oh,
so I'm just saying.
sorry. No, I mean, if it comes from a man or a woman, so in my poly mind, it's more about the person. It's not really about like that stuff. I'm not visualizing that. So when you're saying the concept of someone giving, I'm kind of talking more in the terms of someone who's monogamous because most people who are watching these shows and participating are monogamous. If I was talking to a poly group, I probably would have a different
All
conversation. It would
right,
sound a
so
little different.
we're trying to evaluate love. Okay,
Hmm.
do you know what love is?
Yes.
What's that to you? You
What's
beautiful
love to
black.
me?
You are a beautiful black lady, man. I seen you a couple of times. I see you on the Peef. I see you on other platforms. I was like,
You
Jesus Christ.
do.
But this chick turn around and say she have two niggas in her back room. I'm like, Jesus. I was confused. So like, as a black man,
Yeah, you got to get the numbers right. They get kind of upset about that. Let's talk
yeah,
about it.
I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, like, I was
No,
just like, yo,
please.
this
I
this
appreciate that.
this lady's hot. She's hot. She's got a thing going on. I could see how you could get two niggas in your back pocket, but at the same time, I won't be that one. So I was trying to understand, like, so where you was coming from, evaluating love. Is love a real thing to you? Is it singular or is it just like, oh, love could be like everything to everybody? Because when people start talking about poly relationships, that's most of the time thinking the thinking thought process around like people is that's what it is. It's like, oh, you have no morals.
That's true. That's true. This is okay. So when it comes to love, let's just say all around thing in general, the thought when they think of poly or anything else alternative is that there is no love and no morals in this. That we're just running around. A lot of times it's focused is sex based, which is not true. Those are lifestylers, if you know what that is. Someone who's that those people do focus mainly on sexual stuff. When it comes to love, this is the conversation everyone hates me to say. I believe in unconditional love. What I mean by that is I try to give unconditional love to the best of my ability. So I try to love people without conditions. And the way I say I can do that is because when I'm looking for partners, if I've deemed you my partner, I've already, deemed that you are worthy enough to be in my presence. So all that other stuff that people talk about, oh, well, something happened, something changed. Yeah, I get that. But for the most part, someone's core values, if you really partnering with the right person, those things are the most valuable to you. So you won't keep making that mistake by being like, oh, he was great at working out. If somebody works out every day and does all that, that's part of their lifestyle. That's not a choice that one day they usually stop. People don't usually stop doing that kind of stuff. So what they value and all those things, you should be looking at those core values. If they match up with yours, you get with that person. Most likely, they're not going to switch those core values.
Okay. All right.
So if you're making bad matching, that's just bad matching. So unconditional love or the attempt to love unconditionally does exist. And possessive love, yeah, that's true.
Why'd you say that? Unconditionally?
Say what?
Unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in that?
Mm-hmm.
But you're monogamous, so how does that
I'm
work?
not monogamous.
All right. Look, if I turn around and I said to you, here goes. Leave those men that you have been rocking with for whatever, however you discover them. And I was like, yo, come over here. What would it take?
I would tell you no.
Wow.
Why?
Because there's nothing of, if I've already deemed you are a person I'm going to be with, there's no reason to. What's the reason? You'd have to tell me a reason, and I could then tell you why it doesn't work.
Well, maybe I could change your life for the rest of your life. Are you
By
up
doing
for that?
what? By doing
What
what?
do you want? You tell me. What do you want?
There's nothing that you can offer me that would make me tell my partner that they're not good enough for me because I've already deemed them good enough.
That's a fallacy. That's real wrong, and you know it. Like
It's
that
not.
I can. You know that if someone could actually offer you something
Like what?
like what you actually wanted in real life,
Like what?
deep down. I'm not talking like surface level bullshit. I'm talking like deep down. That you'd walk away from that shit. I know you'll do that shit.
No.
But
What will it take for you to be mine?
See, the real question is, so you're asking me, is there like a lot? Okay, so most guys are gonna say this. What we call this in our community is cowboys and cowgirls. Some guys will want you to be monogamous to some extent, that they'll try to tell you what they can offer you that the other ones can't offer it.
All I did was I asked you, what do you want? That's all I did. I'm not trying to be like funny about it. But
What?
the
I
only
want the
reason
person.
the only reason I feel like you're poly is because you ain't had the opportunity
To do what?
do what you want.
I'm already doing what I want.
No. I can see it already. You ain't doing what you want. You're in a situation where you're gonna wake up tomorrow and have about 3 conversations with 3 different people you don't even want to have conversations with.
Why would I be with any of them in the first place then?
I ain't gonna answer that question because I can see it on
But
your
you know,
face.
it's not. You don't have to answer because it doesn't make sense. I wouldn't be with people that I don't want to be with. That
You know,
doesn't make sense.
it's kind of hilarious because like a woman like you, I would marry because the thing is like
Wow.
I love black women, and when black women start talking about they need
Wait. Hold on, Simon. Hold on. I was chilling, but hold on. Right? Miss Polly, how do you feel about that? Have you heard that before from a man, and how do you feel about it?
I heard that from men quite a bit.
but I'm real. I'll do all that shit. Like I'll detract you from all that shit.
I've been married before. I've been told. I've been asked to be married more than once. I actually don't say no. What I say is, true. I'm down for life partner.
No, she is pretty. You see her skin tone? Jesus Christ, she is looking after herself. Like at the end of the day, like, nah. I don't know what else is going on. Like overarching, like the understanding that you feel like you need to have all these sort of like people in.
Let me ask you a question. This is a real question. Let me ask you this, Simon. Forget all the other stuff, right? All the other guys. Just listen to what I'm going to ask. If I can provide you all the services, all the things you desire right now, would you be with me?
What services are you talking
yes
about?
or no? Just yes or no it.
I don't know about services. So
what I mean by that is if I could give you all the things you needed, if I could make sure you're taken care of, I can, make sure you're eating good, I make sure we're healthy, make sure we're doing all these great things, we're producing money, if I'm doing all that, I'm taking care of your sexual needs, doing all that stuff, would you commit to that?
You see, this is the thing, and this is why I started tuning into you and starting to understand you. And I was watching you for a minute, right? Don't get it twisted. Like, you don't need to do shit.
I know. So my question is, but if your needs are all being met,
There's no needs to be met. Look, you're not listening. I'm talking to you. I just said to you.
I hear you.
You don't need to do shit. Like, you literally walk into my life. I'll be like, yo, I gotta find something for you to do. Like I ain't that nigga. you come across these dudes that are wild weirdos, and you facilitate them, and you're a beautiful black woman. I'm just like, I'm looking at you. I'm like, wow.
How do you know who I talk to?
Why are you gonna do that? You don't think I'm experienced in your language? What?
I'm asking you. You just said weirdos. So what weirdos am I talking to?
You skipped 2 minutes away from the fact that you was actually trying to have a real conversation with me. Are you want to go back?
I'm not. I'm talking to you.
Right. This is real shit.
Okay, continue.
She's testing you right now, Simon. She's testing you. She's testing you, Simon. Come on, Simon. Come on, don't crack, Simon.
I thought she was beautiful. She was black. I was like, yo. And she was like, yo, I'm fucking 2 niggas at the same time. I'm like, okay, cool. How'd you explain that? I try to work it out. I'm monogamous, right? But
you can continue to be monogamous all you want. It has nothing to do with your relationship with me.
Are you doing that? Are you actually like sleeping?
You can be monogamous with me.
Are you doing that for real? Are you actually doing that? Are you sleeping with 2 dudes at the same time?
Like in the same moment?
I want to know. I want to know because I find you black and beautiful, and I'll
I'm asking you questions, Simon. You're talking about at the same time.
Are you sleeping with 2 dudes at the same time? Line. Why are you denying the question? Are you sleeping with 2 dudes at the same time?
I'm asking you the same question because I have to
answer. Here we go. Okay, right.
I said, are you talking about in the same moment?
Look, I told you I've been watching you for a second, right? So
Right.
are you gonna profess? You said you're this multitude woman, right? You can handle many men at the same time, right? Are you sleeping with two dudes at the same time? I want to know that.
I'm with
That's
two men.
impressive.
I'm actually with three men. Yes. I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't want you to say anything. I'm just trying to understand.
You are understanding just fine. You just don't want to accept my
How'd you do
information.
that? All right. So how'd you do that? Right. So you're sleeping like with two or three men. That's what you said, right?
Hmm.
Why would you do that in the first place?
Why would I do what part?
How does that work? I'm trying to understand because I can't have three women in my
So are
house.
you asking me? Okay, so this there's two parts to this question because the part I'm trying to understand what you're really trying to get to because what you're asking me is, am I with more than one person at the same time? Which is yes. Anybody's relationship as an adult and you're being a serious committed relationship, there's going to be sexual interactions. So if you're asking
Right.
me, do I fully commit to my partners? The answer is yes. But
Mhm.
if it's not what you're asking, if you're asking me, how can I be with more than one person? And you're asking that as a serious question. My question then is to ask you, most people out here are sleeping with more than one person and they're not in committed relationships at all. So you're asking
Right.
me how I'm being a regular person?
No. This is a personal relationship thing. So it's like, of course, most people are out here. They may be dating. They may be like having relationships with multiple people. But you bring this into your household, right?
Yeah, I'm in committed relationships.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So you got multiple dudes in your household getting at you, right? And I'm a lonely motherfucker. I'll tell you that. Like, you look sexy as yo. If I ever had you in my house, I ain't letting no other man is coming up in here be like, yo, nah, nothing. But
Okay.
you allow that, right? You allow that. So there's multiple men in your life getting at you at the same time. This is what you're saying. And you like it.
Yeah. I like being with my partners, yes.
Partners with an S on the end of it.
Yes.
How does that happen? I'm just trying to understand how does that happen? Because as a beautiful black woman, why wouldn't you just choose to be with like a beautiful black man who could actually just do something for you? Because to me it sounds a bit confusing.
So the idea of me being able to care and love more than one person is just confusing.
You're not a nurse.
I'm not a nurse, but I still care for people.
Yeah, well, get into that profession if you want to do that shit. I'm just saying, you're fucking niggas. Let's be real. Like, that's a difference. Like,
Why is that so traumatizing for you?
It's not traumatizing. I feel like you're a black, beautiful woman. Look, I'll wife you tomorrow. But if you turn around to me and said, yo, I got like 3 other niggas on the side, I'll be like, yo, bitch. Like I'll be like, yo, come on. Like, I'm trying to wife you up.
Yeah.
But yet you're going, oh yeah, I've got this whole thing going on. I've got multiple men in the background. I don't care about your pussy count. I really don't. Your pussy count look real pretty to me right now. I'm looking at you. I'm just like, yo, your pussy count look pretty. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. It don't mean nothing. I'm just saying, like, what you want. So you're gonna continue this life where.
So whatever I want, you will give it to me. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I'll send you. Look. Have you seen the Eiffel Tower?
I have.
Do you want to again?
Sure.
Yeah. What kind of donuts do you like?
I shouldn't be eating carbs, sir.
Yo,
I
this is why
got
I
a
love this
200
man. This is
grams
why I
of
love
protein a
it.
day
I got so many
situation
clips,
here.
Simon. I got so many clips I'm gonna put on my
No,
channel.
I love this
Just
chick.
for
No,
Simon.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Oh
Thank you,
my
intellectual
god.
show, but I've been watching Miss Polly for a minute. I
The
be like,
Lord precious.
Yeah.
yo,
You know.
yo, I've been watching her for a
You
minute.
know.
Like, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna come for you. I like you.
Yeah,
So just the thing is like, I don't really like, I got my preferences about chicks, right? But your proportions are in order. I like your, you see like what you're doing right now? Like you got your arm up like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. She look cool. I'm like, whoa. The level of cleavage is appropriate. I'm like, I don't even know if I've seen this shit before. Like, and her smile, and she's got the most appropriate level of lipstick. The way she looks at the camera, I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Hold on,
She's the most beautiful black woman on earth.
Let me stop. Whoever this in the backstage, there's a Nickelodeon name. I'm not letting you up. You just try to p-bomb my channel. All right. So please get out of here. I'm not letting you up. All right. Thank you.
Who the fuck's doing that, man? Fuck them niggas. Let's get back to this shit. I appreciate this lady. This lady is like one of the most sweetest looking black beautiful ladies on earth. I don't give a fuck if you're potty. Get them niggas out of your life. For real. Get them out of your life. Look, that's the only way I'm gonna come into your life.
See, this is an example of cowboying. You just like, you know what, just how about this? This makes it easier for everybody.
Come on, please.
This makes it easier for everybody. Why
don't you stop
trying to make me come over there?
Have you ever done it? Have you ever rode a horse? Do you go swimming? Do you go kayaking? Do you climb mountains? What do you do with these niggas?
All kinds of things.
Apart from fuck. Like, come on. What are you doing? Do you want to do something? Come over here. Come over here, man. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. I'm not joking for a second. Yeah. How many kids you got?
I have a lot of kids.
Yeah, how many kids?
I'm not having no more babies.
How many kids you got?
I'm not gonna tell you.
You just gotta pull up a number, man. It's 2 or 3 or something.
Why do you want to take care of them?
Yeah, I will. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck?
Simon, how you even agree to take care of somebody's kids?
I don't care. I take care of my kids.
Oh my god.
Simon is out of pocket. Okay, so anyway, we're supposed to be talking about.
I'm looking for the proposal. Like, just give me how many kids.
I hear your proposal. This is the thing, Simon. You should stop trying to fight it and just come on over here to the dark side. As much as you're trying to get me to come over there, it's just if you're going to participate, don't try to cowboy me into doing what you want to do. Just do what I want you to do because you're going to do it anyway, right?
Yeah, I like to beg because I know a real bitch from a wrong bitch. And the fact of the matter is most of these niggas out here don't understand what a real bitch looks like. And I will pay for her kids. I will do that. I've got a bank account. I got money in the bank. I don't give a fuck. Most of these niggas out here are weak as a motherfucker. So at the end of the day, Tommy, how many kids do you have? I'm listening.
Sorry, we're not going down this road.
Okay, well, you don't need to. Evaluation of love. That's what happens.
We are evaluating love.
I'm gonna get back to you because you make me have a hard on right now. But at the same time, it's just like it is what it is. It is what it is.
Hold on, pause. Look at all that. Just stop. That's enough. Stop.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking, man.
Okay, now. Was there any questions, anything that you were gonna ask? I'm ready for it.
Okay, so he's wilding today. We're gonna have, but yeah, no. At the end of the day, we were about to
You
talk
show
about.
cleavage. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you doing that?
Listen. At the end of the day, okay, I'm just looking nice. Okay, nobody,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. That's all that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are looking
that's
nice.
what. It is.
That's that.
So
Yep.
y'all hilarious.
So
Well, anyway,
by
we're
looking
talking about
nice, right?
evaluating love.
No, this is a good point. So, like, when women
Mhm.
turn around and start talking about looking nice, what are they trying to do exactly?
I think we mean the women dressing up and all that.
Yeah.
That just look nice. Just like when you go get your hair cut and all those great things.
Why do women say this stupid shit? Like, it's like, why would you do that? It's like, so I can walk out, like, I can literally take my top off right now, right? And I can show you my six pack.
No, you're
You
not
want me
doing
to
that.
do that? Right. So
You're not doing
exactly. So how can we allow women to do showing cleavage and
So, well, we have to be honest here. At the end of the day, sex sells. So at the end of the day, you're not going to complain about something you like to look at regardless.
yeah, but why did intellectual soapbox turn around and go, you're not gonna do that? What's wrong with me showing my six pack right now?
You said you about to take off your clothes on the live?
No, it's not taking off my clothes. I'm gonna be displaying the same amount of girth that you are, right?
Bird.
I ain't really doing anything. Like I'm covered, right now I'm covered. But if I take this off, and then you start to see something different, like I'm displaying to you, which is fantabuloso. I'm not saying that you are a beautiful black specimen, and I love you, right? But if a man is to do that, what happens? I don't know.
I mean, I see half-dressed men on in the gym all the time.
Like what? Who does that?
Men at the gym.
Apart from them gay niggas, it's like most. Sorry.
Pause. We're moving on. Okay, moving on. Now, two, the Cheshire Cat. Also salute to Von Eric. What's going on? To Mr. Curator Von Eric. You know what I mean? Got my man Gray Pill Podcast up in here. Gray Pill, what's going on, man? Anything you want to share, say? You know what I mean? Don't do it, Simon. Simon, keep your clothing on, okay? Don't take that
It is
shirt
not
off.
a strip club. I don't need
If you
to
take
see.
that shirt off, I'm taking you off the panel. Keep that shirt on.
I'm joking, man.
Okay, yeah, keep your shirt on. I'm not joking. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put my hat on.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the topic of conversation, sir?
Miss Polly, go ahead.
Okay. Yes. I agree.
Are you hosting?
I am hosting. I was hosting. So we were basically talking about Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow, and how people are, in their feelings. A lot of women and men are reaching out maybe to people that they are desiring. And some of them are reaching out in positive ways of showing, expressing their love, expressing that they really like someone, taking that chance because it's Valentine's Day. But then others are using it also just a way to soothe themselves from the bad feelings of being alone on this day. So there are some people out here who, like, you'll start getting calls and texts from women saying, oh, I just want to, do you want to take me on a date? You want to be my Valentine's, just to have an Instagram photo and some D for the night. At the end of the day, it's just to cover up the wounds. It's not really a real connection. And so I think a lot of men should be, on warning, and women, for the people who are just kind of out there for some sexual interaction and the false things that come with it, but there are some people out there just trying to have their opportunity to show that they care for you.
Okay. I think
we should warn guys.
Sorry. Why do you think people are always trying to get
I think she was talking to me, man. You just cut me off to get a response. But
why do you think people are always
again? I think she was talking to me.
Simon, wait your turn, please.
Why do you think?
Again, I think she's talking to me, sir.
Simon, please, just wait. Let him talk real quick. Go ahead.
Thank you, madam. I think it goes by case basis, but I wouldn't say warn men. If they know, they know. But I mean, if we try to have give a message out there, like, hey, be careful for certain selective women, I'm fine with the conversation. But realistically, I will hope everybody should know just the basis of Valentine's Day is pretty much just a whole marketing ploy, just for like right now. The candy, the flowers, even the little cheap little one single flowers, which I'm not hating on the single stuff, but you know what, romance is different for everybody, right? All this stuff has been put out a month ago, get ready to already prepped and selling for now. So people just need to understand the whole marketing ploy of Valentine's Day. Now, people can say, hey, the message of Valentine's Day is like you love and romance in the air and all that good stuff, which is fine. But the same thing could be said about your day-to-day relationship. Like if we are in a relationship, we should be romanticizing or being romantic toward each other, loving each other every day. It shouldn't take like one day to be like this big grandioso when you're doing it day by day. We just had like a little bit of that on one end of the spectrum where I said, hey, I think Valentine's Day is corny. I think it's like, you know, pretty much I understand it, but I think it's also in the same realms of Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever the little major holidays is. It's pretty much just man-made and constructed just for one purpose, just for marketing and sales. But I understand, like, hey, as long as you know the truth, but if you want to put that day in, like, hey, you know what? I haven't done anything for a whole year, and it's Thanksgiving. Let me go meet up with the family. Same thing with Christmas. Same thing maybe possible New Year's. Same thing maybe for your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a man-made day too, right? So I wouldn't say help men out to like, you know, put awareness on it. But if it's the conversation and somebody might see it and say, hey, I never knew that. I never understood that perspective of it, what y'all guys are saying. Then yeah, if you reached one, great. But hopefully everybody understands what Valentine's Day overall is really what it is. It's just a ploy. If you're in a consistent relationship, you're good. It should be an everyday thing. If there's a problem with your relationship where you have to wait every one a day out the year for the woman to be like, my man did all this stuff one day, and then the man be like, oh, she only gave me special sex treatments on this one day, then clearly y'all have a bigger problem than Valentine's Day. And I'll leave it like that.
Hold on, Simon. Hold on. Simon, hold on. You're not next. And one mic. Everybody one mic. Simon, one mic, bro. You know how I do. One mic. All right. We're gonna get to you, Simon. We definitely gonna get to you. brother Alan Taylor, what's going on, bro? What's good?
What's good out there? Hopefully everybody having a good day.
Yes, sir.
I'm not.
Oh,
Well, sorry to hear
I'm
that.
sorry.
I'm not. Don't be sorry.
Sorry to hear that,
just put prayers on me. Just put prayers on me.
Yes,
So,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, I always try to find the bright side in everything in life. Because
It's a bright side. Yeah, I have to work in the morning. I don't want to, but I'm getting paid, so that's the bright side.
Right. I always find a bright side. The thing
There's always something. Go ahead. Sorry.
the thing of it is with this this new age love situation, due to the fact that the veil has been removed, you know, from this lustful holiday and things like that, it's
Shout out to
allowing a
Lust.
lot of men.
I was listening to. I was saying shout out to Lust, but go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah. It's allowed us as men to actually wake up now, and we are no longer in the sleep, nightmare, dream life that we used to be in all these years ago. And it's going to be a different day from here on out. Like the brother said, yeah, if you are in a relationship and you use this one day a year to make up for whatever, whether it be male or female, to make up for whatever, yeah, that's not a relationship at all, period. You know, you should be respecting your significant other, your spouse, every day of the year, because every day of the year they're being influential in your life. They're helping you with whatever it is that you need help with, and you should do that. But this one day out of a month, out of a year, it's just not going to go anywhere any longer. And we see this in droves. The thrill is gone. Shout out to BB King, and that's just not going to be sufficing for life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women going to be disappointed because I know a lot of women, they like that magical, mystical, fairy tale thing. It's just not going to go anymore. Sorry.
What about the men because there's most men that like some romance and some magical stuff like that.
Well, at that point, they can keep trying, but women are on their own path in today's society. They're no longer low key. Women no longer really like men like that. I'm just being honest.
You are in a different world, nigga.
No, I'm not in a different world.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I have to disagree with Simon on that one.
Simon, one mic.
I'm living here in America. Not how they used to. Women don't respond to men how they used to before all this internet happened. You know what I'm saying?
So you're
provide too much controversy for a woman's mind. A woman is already a controversial being with just being born a woman due to emotions. You have to follow me. She's not good. New age women do not engage with men the way that they used to.
So can I ask a question? So you're saying the women doesn't respond if to like poems or like love gestures or
When the last time you actually read a woman a poem in the 21st century? Now I understand how it used to be back in the day, because I'm 40.
You said that's not happening now?
No.
What about? Let me throw another suggestion. Okay, let me throw another suggestion. What about making a nice little, like in the little Hibachi or Dubai area? No, I don't want to make Dubai, but I'm thinking like Indian one, like a little pillow, kind of like tables. You sit down around the pillow and the food's right there in the center. What about a guy just like decorate, like in a living room, have like a little table, candlelights all over the place, nice little music, and cook a meal for her. Women not appealing to that no more in the new century.
I suggest you have a good divorce lawyer. That's what I suggest. No. These women are out here looking for masculinity like a motherfucker. Listen, look, why you think they deal with the thug and the dangerous dudes like that? What are we talking about here? Are we living in the same America? Because I know I am. I'm just being honest.
All right, one last one. I'll let Simon take it. Okay. The reason why I brought that up example, and I know usually we have like a lot of anecdotal experiences based on our perspective and our livelihood. I literally just done that like Monday on a date I had. And the woman was very susceptible to that. I was looking for some extra pillows. Like, you know what? I found like me and this woman was talking casually. She didn't tell me. I just happened to find out her birthday was like on the 8th. And I said, okay, well, instead of just me inviting her over just for a simple dinner, let me just make like kind of a theme. Did the whole pillows, like, the thick, hard, solid pillows, all the way bed, and got the soft pillows. Made like a little chair on both sides, put a lot of blanket, make it very decorative, had the candles around it, had the big flat screen TV with like the, being a little bit silly about it, with the 24 live streaming of the fireplace, had some music lit. What I made for dinner, I did stir fry pasta with clams on top of it, and the side Waldorf salad, and we had some red wine. That was her choice because I asked her. Had a great time. It actually got a little bit very well after that. So got some compliments during, before, and after. So I do believe there's some women out there that is acceptable to some silly things like that. I literally just had an argument, with my co-host where she was like, hey, I like cheesy stuff where men actually will write me a poem, for Valentine's Day. They don't have to go out to spend $500, $1,000. Hey, if you just show some emotion, your heart in your sleeve type deal, just for the moment. You don't have to be like balling out crying and doing stuff. But if you do little subtle things like that, there's women out there that like it. And she is a woman of the 21st century. And so I'll leave it like that. All you, Simon.
Go ahead.
I'm lost, man. I'm just
Yeah,
Well,
we
he
are.
was saying his version of the women today, and I was countering that with my anecdotal experience, and that's pretty much where we're at. He was saying there is not women out there today that's susceptible to certain things like that. They move a certain way. I'm saying that there are not. There are some. I agree that there are most, but I'm not saying hashtag not all. So I'm saying there are some women that say, you know what, whether I am a career woman, whether I am a broke woman, well, I'm like a regular smeggle woman, there are some still women out there say, hey, you know what, I am fine with a man, just like, I am
yeah.
susceptible to flirtatious or romantic suggestions. It's particular on Valentine's Day.
Yo, Grey Pill, I appreciate you. Thank you for pulling me up on that subject. Fact of the matter is like men don't actually sort of rock like that. If a woman turns around and she gets your dick hard, she gets your dick hard. It don't matter like how smart she is or like what's going on or here or there or whatever. That's the evaluation of love. What happens then is like you go into another situation and you might get physical. Then problems ensure. It's like, okay, we did this. Um, what's the next move? Um, that's the evaluation of love. I mean, people try to get twisted. It's just natural human nature. Um, and sometimes people just don't want to get to that. They don't want to get to it. Like they're like, oh, I want to bring up all this in between stuff. Like we're in fucking university or some shit. No one wants to have a fucking conversation like that. You know, when they actually know who they are, they don't. You know, so we want to get complicated on these streets and talk about sort of like, you know, words all the time. And words do mean something, but it only means something if it sort of pays bills. You know, the only reason why we get into education is to try to educate ourselves to get a job. Apart from that, no one's
So,
interested in it.
well, I think at the end of the day, like you say, when you to show your, like you said, these new women, I think we have to start putting ages on people. And what I mean by that is when you say like new age women, I need some numbers, some ages, because they're the younger girls who are in their 20s and below, or not 20s and below. Apologize. So like, 30 and below. That's a whole nother. I don't even put down from 25 to 20s a different range, between 25 and 30, and then anyone from 30 to 35, and then 35 to 40. Because those women take in things differently. They're part of a different group. They grew up with different things. A lot of women who are younger grew up in the show me how much stuff you can give me, because that proves your love.
Alan,
If you're
Alan,
talking to an older woman, it's not. I don't think it's as much. What you say?
No, I was telling Brother Allen after your question to him, he can ask you a question.
Yeah, I really do think that. I just don't think that it's like it has to do with the age. And I know we want to say it doesn't, but it does. If you're a 30-year-old, a late 30-year-old man trying to date 20-year-old, you're gonna have that's a whole nother animal, it's a whole nother beast than you try to date someone who's in their 30s with you. It just is. They, it just is. So when you're talking about, not giving out these, poetry and all that, it depends on not only the person, but then on top of that, the age bracket we're in.
Quickly, I'm not gonna like try to be biased, but I'll say I'll fuck you at 60 based on the fact that I can understand what I'm dealing with right now.
Mm-hmm. Good. And then, Alan, what you have to say?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's fine with something else. Listen, look, man, I pay for you to get some, bro. Like, listen, seriously, you doing too much. But back to the, it just makes no sense to me, because I know that all of the women nowadays are mostly 21st century thought-minded women, and like the brother did say, there are a few that move different from the masses, and I get that, and that's very much true. But for the mass population, which is the consideration of the reason why marriages are pretty much non-existent anymore, families are gone, things like that. This romantic type of thought process, we don't understand what it means to have it. That romantic thing comes and goes when it comes to, solid relationships. But, especially when you have people out there that, are in your situation, you like the poly lifestyle, stuff like that. But this brother's trying to bring you to a different scenario. And it's like, listen, look, this lady like what she likes. She's not going to change that, especially not at this older age. The older you get, the more set in the ways you get, period. So, a woman that's, she may like that romantic thing and stuff like that. And to some degree, some do. But the way that most women have been brought up throughout these past decades, romance is not on the table like that. Most women will look at a man that's, trying to be all this romantic and stuff as soft. They will look at him as soft. And like I said, it of course, I agree with the brothers. It's not all women, but it's the majority of women that look at it that way that's keeping society kind of at a standstill, especially.
Yeah, but the only reason why you speak like this is based on the fact that you've gone through it, right?
I've gone through it. I've seen others go through it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I haven't had women that were cool with the romance, because I have. But the thing of it is, we're talking about the big picture here.
What's the big picture?
Is most women are not going to be, capable of handling a man that's cool with, doing flowers and candy and shit. And
I think
sorry, go.
Well, listen, this is really important because I think that were you saying that they're not? I think what's happening right now is the younger generations of women. I'm not saying they're all extremely younger. What I'm saying is that the idea that men can, now it's gonna say, you gotta listen to what I'm saying. It has been pushed that men are dishonest, they aren't telling the truth, and they'll do anything to get in your pants. And you can't be a victim. And that's being pushed to women. We don't want to be victims. We don't want to be treated some way and all this other things. So what happens is now you have women who are in disbelief and don't want that because, for example, if you're giving me flowers and you're doing all this stuff and I in my mind know that this is a fake thing, no, if I think it's a fake thing, I don't want it. I don't want your fake love. Just come give me some.
How can you say that when you're getting like 3-4 dicks? I mean, that's wild.
What?
Hold on, what did he say?
I heard him, but I'm not repeating it. I heard him. I'm not repeating it.
You got chill, bro. You got chill. Next stream.
Sometimes it stresses him out when I go back and forth because I do talk as if I'm poly, but most of the time when I'm on like these panels, I'm talking as if I'm monogamous because my poly life is a little bit different. Yes, there's a little bit different dynamic, and so I try not to put them together.
I get that, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to like sugarcoat what you are, what you do, your lifestyle versus other people of ignorance. Because me and you had a conversation about this. Right. Me and you actually had an interviewed about this. I literally had to do my own before I even engage with you about this because I was on the ignorance of I don't know. But at the same time, before I even had the conversation, or when I did, I'm not gonna just judge you as is because I don't know. So, but automatically it's a relationship where however he want to put in some little weird bubble, you still have a relationship. Point blank. Period. Okay. So we'll leave like.
Some people really have a problem accepting that from me. And that's okay. And that's understandable. Like I'm not like really sensitive about it. I'm not really a sensitive person when it comes to that subject because I know what I want and I'm okay with that.
All right. I just want to put off and I'll stop.
I appreciate you. You're great.
I'm simple. I am so simple. I'm telling you. Somebody give me a PS5. It's already. I'm manifesting it.
You're
Man.
manifesting. Okay, wait. You know what I did? I'm gonna tell you what I do think. I do think that men are
Yeah, hold on.
underappreciated.
Simon, hold on. Simon, you gotta be respectable, bro.
No, I love
Things you say,
her. I love her, and I give her
you
respect.
gotta
I
chill.
think
You gotta
she's the
chill.
most. No,
I
I'm just
don't
saying,
want to
she's
drop you
really
down, but you gotta
beautiful.
chill. All right.
I understand. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, sir. I appreciate it.
So I even think that men are underappreciated in this time in season 2 because I think so one of my partners just had his birthday, so like I told him he didn't
Happy
really
birthday.
ever. He's like, I don't really do anything for my birthday, so I went and I planned it like a month before. So I have two partners at the same around the same time birthday, but I took him to a nice a steakhouse. And I bought him some nice cologne and some what was that? Beard balm, and I got him some nice body wash that smelled like something nice from Saddlewood. And then I got a hotel room and I got balloons and did all that stuff. And it's I just wanted him to know that I gotta appreciate him as a person who he's with me. I put that energy in, but I don't see a lot of women who do that.
Nope.
So I just think that maybe these women should try to put on that extra, just show appreciation and care, because you guys don't get all the love all the time. Really a lot of these holidays, like you said, are really focused on the women. They're not focused on men or the relationships itself. So that's nice. So a little bit of focusing on these lovely gentlemen, these handsome gentlemen. Give them some love. Show them some nice times.
They're not ready, Miss Polly. They're not ready.
No, this lady is so sexy. Look, I've been around the world, right?
A lot of simping going on here. A lot of simping.
I've been around the world. I ain't seen many ladies that look as pretty as she does.
It's a lot of women like that. Y'all just need to get out a little bit more. It's a lot of women out there.
Nah.
The same way those men on these particular spaces tell women to get out the door and look and go these.
She got those little pinky things that go on in her side cheeks and all that shit. Nah, man. You gotta appreciate ladies.
Miss Polly, how about you just go ahead on, get with Simon, have fun for a little while. Have fun.
She ain't gonna get me. Shit, what?
Bank account like we normally do, and just go ahead on, just take them on down through there.
Mute Simon. Mute your mic.
Let's go ahead, Alan. Down through there.
Alan, go ahead, bro.
He already said he got money to give you. Just go ahead and take him down through there. He wants to give it to you. Just go ahead on, make him believe roses and sunshine and
I can't do that. I can't be part of the women who take advantage of men in their spaces. I don't do that. If you're gonna take money from a man and take goods from a man, I do believe that you should have the intention of you're with him. That's me. If a man was gonna pay for me to go somewhere and I had no intention, I wouldn't let you pay. That makes sense. I've taken lots of guys out on dates. I know how expensive it can get because I've done it. Because I'll go on a date and if I'm like, you know what, I got us. Yeah, you may not, and don't think I won't pay it. I'll pay it before you won't even know I paid it.
Yeah, I've been asked on a date. I have dates paid, or we go half, or we'll alternate. One day I'll pay, one day that person pay, or the one day is like, you know what, I'll come pick you up. You don't have to worry about come get me, and then that's it. It's a thing.
It's gotta happen. Because you don't know. I think it takes a lot of the stress from the men too. Because I've had guys be like, I want to take you out. And then I know they don't get paid till next week. They're like, oh, well, next week. And I'm like, no, today I want to go out today. Let's go.
You know what's crazy, Polly? I think it's the type of women these men select. Because again, since we're talking about visual, right? You can still be visual and see that person. Okay, they're attractive, but the once and this is the part I got to jump on guys dude, we know if that girl doesn't have 2 cents to rub together as far as common sense or the basic the stuff you're saying. Because I remember a time that little example you did, right? Someone I dated for a lengthy period of time, we went on a date, and I was trying to be braggadocious, knowing at that moment technically broke, because I was like, I got $300, let me go take out and burn the whole 300. She was aware of that. She's like, babe, nah, we can just stay home, order some Chinese food, and we chill. No, we gonna go on the date. We gonna go on the date. And I went. I almost burnt. Matter of fact, I did. She talked me out of it some way, and I didn't. And I had like the best time ever. Ordered some Chinese food, like $20. Got a whole bunk of everything. Sat there, cuddled, hand on boob, watching TV. That was it. We did our thing. Went back to the bedroom, playing with the remote like a typical guy. Got up, had some. She went, made some breakfast, and that was it. Went back home. That was it. Or the other time, like when I went out and paid for dinner, and again trying to be the me guy pay for everything, and I paid for the meal, but I was like, oh, let me tip too. I was a little bit short, so she reached on the table in the hand. I was like, oh, that right there spoke volumes of that type of person. So again,
what's your best Chinese food, Red Pill?
You know what? I got one in a town over I constantly go to, but to be perfectly honest, I'm very into Mongolian. I just been into Mongolian food, so it's been really good.
I said Chinese, and you said
well,
Chinese.
It's still the same family, but Chinese is Chinese.
Mongolian,
shrimp and broccoli, lao mein, the rib.
It's true.
Yeah, this is the same little.
He's right.
Yeah,
Mongolian Chinese. All right,
like a mostly plain food.
Just asking the question. I'm like, yo, we all need to get takeaway like nowadays, right? We're able to do it. So I was just trying to figure out what your favorite food is. You know, so
this ain't. I'm so basic. It used to be just shrimp fried rice,
chicken chow mein, sweet and sour rice.
I'm so basic, bro. I don't do the extra. Like I think I argued with the panel here one time about pizza. I said I just do pepper and cheese. Everybody like, no, I put all this. No, I don't eat it. So I'm too
Ladies
simple.
like that though. I know, like Mrs. Molly would she know if I ask her the same question, she's gonna like go okay, because like if you take a chick out to a restaurant, what are you expecting them to do?
If you ask them, then normally that person's paying.
Right. So if you go look, if you take a chick out to a restaurant, you're not expecting them to understand how to pick off a menu. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say a menu. I'm just saying generally if the guy or whoever acts is generally the ones who's paying. But if y'all have I'm talking about first date, right? But if y'all, let's say, and I'll use Miss Polly for example. If I met Miss Polly and we had a casual conversation before the date, depending on how the conversation goes and based on the conversation of where we're going to meet. If it's a sunny day, we're meeting at a beach, pretty much nobody's not really coming out their pocket. It's just the convenience of coming to meet there and seeing how the day goes. Because we're trying to feel each other out. We already felt each other out. First meet, swap out the numbers or DMs or whatever we call it. Now we're engaging before that time goes and see how it goes. Now, if the conversation went on the dinner date, then we're selecting on where to go again. And obviously the guy brain is like, okay, I'm going to steakhouse, maybe some deals or specials, or might be going to Red Lobster, see how that goes in your pocket. But generally, most guys already have a number in their head. Some guys say 200-300, I say 100 or less. Generally, guys have a number specifically in their head when they say, hey, let's go. Also, a lot of guys, since a lot of women say, we'll say a large majority of women, not all, a large majority of women say, hey, I like a guy to lead, meaning like, hey, you tell me where to go. Since you asked me out, you asked for a number, we're conversating, where do you want to go? The guys say, okay, cool. They'll pick the spot. Again, back in their heads, I know how much a dollar amount I'm going to spend out my pocket. I know how much of a time going to be inconveniencing me, inconveniencing her. And that's it. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. But at the same time, it's still got to be a conversation because generally the guy is going to assume, but a real woman going to almost fill out and say, and just kind of help him lead the conversation. Because that's the art too. That's why I probably gave an example of like, hey, nah, babe, we could just stay home. We can do this. But at the same time, instead of her saying, you know, you broke, you don't know, you don't got it. She don't have to do all the extra. It's a way of have the conversation to make it feel like you are leading the conversation.
Okay, yeah. So how successful has that been in terms of sort of like women actually in the ratio of that developing a relationship?
Well, that I can't answer that because I'm only one guy. Because I know a lot of guys who like
that's your philosophy, right? You literally said it. You spell it out. You're like, this is what I do. Like this
Yeah,
is
I'm
what
telling
other
you.
people should.
Yeah, I'm saying pretty much like just being like your intent. I'll leave it like that. What is your intent when you ask a girl out? Is your intent like, yo, I'm in the mindset right now. My face is just having sex. Okay, that's your intent. So if you're approaching a girl that's attractive, that should be your intent from that forward on. If your
I
intent is
don't.
like, hey, I'm dating. Hold on, let me finish. If your intent
Mm,
again, it depends. You asked me a question, so it depends on your motive. So if your
mm-hmm.
intent of that motive is, hey, I'm looking for a girlfriend, I'm looking for a wife, I'm looking for a my person, because a lot of people don't want to get married. A lot of people are like, look, I want my one person. We have
Right.
all the arrangements figured out. And I met those two recently, Alan, where one woman is with her man. She's calling him his old man. Got a kid together. She's like, "Yo, I don't want to be married. I'm happy just us being together." And I said, "Okay, cool." So again,
Mm,
it's based on
yeah.
your intent, what's your motive, and the conversation. Once you lay that out, you start nitpicking and vetting on who's more equally yoked with you. If that
I
person says,
don't.
"Oh,"
Yeah. I mean, no.
if that woman is saying, "Yes, I'm down for a good lay too," like you are, we're good. Now we got to break out the conversation of, okay, are you using condom? Am I using condom? Do we both need to get tested? Can you have a baby? Can I get pregnant? Then you move on from there. Hey, if you want a girlfriend and that girlfriend say, hey, I want in the future get married and I want a kid, okay, then we have a question. How that going to work out? Okay, am I working 9 to 5? You working 9 to 5? Hey, what you do, Polly? Well, Miss Polly might say, hey, I got a job that makes 100K. Okay, great pill. And Jones might say, well, I got a job currently that's making 30K a year. How's that work? Am I checking all your boxes? I'm not a cheater. I'm not a liar. I'm a good guy. I'm faithful. So if she said, you know what, I don't care about the 30K a year and I make 80, we can make the 80 plus 30 work. And then down the line, he say, you know what? I got something, a new events. I got a remote job that might pay 50. Okay, cool. The schedule's still the same. We're still got more time together. We're good. So again, it's a conversation over time. Everything is not going to be the same every week, every month, every year. Things changes all the time. So with
All
that,
right.
I will leave y'all, gentlemen, because I have to be at work in the morning.
Good night.
And that's
Man,
it.
GP, man, wish you could stay up here longer, man, but I know you got work in the
We'll think
morning.
about it.
Definitely appreciate
Yeah.
you, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, you too. I appreciate
And
y'all. Miss Polly,
we'll
as
keep
always.
you in our thoughts for a better day tomorrow. Every day's a better day, right?
Yeah, but the second day is I have off on Wednesday. Every time I like try to have a day off, because before 84 and them knew, like I had like a Tuesday and Thursday slot for the Gray Pill. The next thing you know, people don't want to work, so I had to work on Thursdays, and I was like, crap. So I got a consistent day, which is Tuesdays off, which is the slot for us. So I got to work Wednesday, and I was gonna try to make that a Wednesday stream, and I was like, all right, whatever. So I'm going in just for the work, then I'll come home and see what happens.
Okay.
Yo, shout
All right.
out, bro.
Definitely.
Shout out to. I love
Hold on, Simon.
Gray
Simon,
Pill.
hold on,
I
Simon.
love Gray Pill.
Peace, great pill. Hold on, Simon. Got my brother Smitty up here. Smitty, what's good, man?
Oh, wow. Okay.
He had to go, Simon. He had to go work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has to go. Smitty, what's going on? You there? There you go.
Yeah, I'm okay. So I didn't know you was on.
No, it's cool. It's cool. You all right?
Yeah. Everything's great. What we talking about?
Miss Polly? Go
Evaluation.
ahead.
Evaluation of love.
So
Evaluation
yeah,
of
so
love.
evaluation of love. You know,
Come
I
on,
want to
Simon.
ask a quick question. If you had to choose something for Valentine's Day as a man, what would you like as a gift as a man, regardless of your relationship situation right now? Just what would you like as a gift? What do you think is a good gift for Valentine's Day for a man?
A powerful woman.
Okay.
What's a good gift for me? All right, so hold on. All right, real quick. Are you saying like what do I think a good gift men should be, or what I like what do I think a good gift is? Just so I can clarify this.
You personally. Yeah, you personally.
Oh, okay, me. Man. Um, I'm gonna have to say honestly, you can always get me a new knife. Um, you can always like a hunter's knife. Right? You can always get me
On that.
something to go with my tackle box. You can always get me maybe some new arrows for my crossbow. little things. See, look, how about this, ladies? How you get your man a good gift, I believe, is the way you get anybody a good gift. It's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
What you do is you pay attention to that person, right? So, like, my lady, she knows I'm into outdoor stuff. You get me like a good camping watch. I wear watches like this. People see me all the time with them. They look like regular cheap watches. These watches are like almost $250, $300 because they're specialized camping watches with compasses and all kinds of shit on it.
Right.
So, things that to me, I find to be very special. I'm gonna be real. You can never go wrong with getting me a house plan, but to land it, when it comes to getting a man a gift, pay attention to your man. Is your man into mechanic stuff? He like cars and stuff? I don't know. Get him like a model car he can put together. What is he into? Whatever if he's into barbering, get him something that goes with his set. Get him a brand new something that goes with his clipper set. Maybe some new guards, whatever it may be. So just pay attention to what that man is into, and then just kind of like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, fish it out from there and do the best you can. And if that man cares about you enough, trust and believe, he will recognize the effort put into it. We generally do. We generally recognize, like, girl, you goofy as shit, but I see where your heart at. We generally see it. So I digress. My mic is muted.
Okay, Alan, what were you saying?
I definitely agree with Brother Smitty. Like, yes, paying attention to what he actually uses on a daily basis and things like that makes the difference, or how he carries himself. I'm into watches too. I'm not in the same watches that Smitty's in because he likes to count, but I like my classy watch. Citizens, Invictors. And these are $200 to $500 watches, so these watches are not cheap. The jewelry, I wear chains and stuff like that, so yeah, and I like good jewelry, my chains and stuff, good, also a shelf, so I'm open to wanting any type of thing, where I can cook good food with, stuff like that, great pots, great pans, where I can get sautés and stuff like that, because I love to cook, I'm a chef 20 years. So yeah, it's just paying attention to what your partner actually uses on a daily basis and things like that, or what type of things that they're into, hobbies and stuff like that. If a man has a hobby and he needs an extra tool to complete that hobby, get that for him or something like that. Yeah. And like Smitty said, it's very simple. Men are very simple, and we like being that way, to be honest with you. And it's the things like that. I mean, socks and a tie is fine, but that's played out. You know what I'm saying? We know you ain't put no effort into when you buying socks and a tie. Of course, I'm gonna buy some socks. Of course, socks. But though, come up out that pocket, girl. You know what I'm saying? Buy me that $500 watch, real talk. You know what I'm saying? With the original leather band. But yeah, it's just the little things, for real though.
Okay. So do you think what do you think? Yeah. So
And salute to OG Trey Third, Marcus
Right.
C checking back in. Salute. You know what I mean? Man, I would say for me, Miss Polly, you kind of know this already. I'm into gaming like you are. So anything to do with gaming, I'm there. If you gave me tickets to Comic Con and we was going, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll dress up and all. You know what I mean? We would have like a blast. What else? Anything with movies or entertainment, I'm big on it. If you got me like a new sound bar, which I do need, I need one that has Bluetooth. I have an old school sound bar. It works. Okay, the subwoofer is great. The sound quality is great. All that, but a new subwoofer with a new sound bar would be perfect. Or maybe not with a subwoofer. Maybe the subwoofer's taking up too much space. Whatever. What else do I like? Cologne is cool. I like cologne. Like these brothers, I like watches too. I'm big into
Yep.
watches. I mean, but yeah, any
Cologne is a good one.
type of cologne, a body wash, or you know what I mean, something like that. Because I like to get my hygiene on. You feel what I'm saying? I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I love that. Clothing too. A brother likes clothes, so if you get me a fly graphic tee, you know what I mean, or some nice shorts or some sweats or an NBA jersey or a throwback, a throwback hat or whatever, even a nice sweater. I love crew neck sweaters, so you give me a nice, crew neck sweater. It could be polo, it could be Izod, it could be Nautica. You know what I mean? It could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hilfiger, whatever. I'm really big into that. Dad hats, I love dad hats. So yeah, if you wanna give me something nice clothing wise, I'm with that too. You know what I'm saying? Some Jordan sixes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm with that too as well. Or if you want to plan, let's say you plan an event, right? I really like this a lot. If there's an event, you know what I mean? Because I mentioned Comic Con, but outside of that, right? If there's an event like a spa or like a retreat or something like that, or a casino, like casino resort, and you like book it ahead of time, and you done make sure it's paid for and all that, and you take me there, oh man, I'm gonna be thrilled. We go watch a show and all that. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So all those things I like. I love creativity too. So if you make me, let's say you make me a card, or you kind of like, let's say you for like Christmas, like my woman put like all these things together of all the pictures of my family and all that. You know what I mean? And that was it was wonderful. You know what I'm saying? So little thoughtful things. It's little thoughtful things too. But yeah, if you do the extra mile and you do, you know what I mean, go and spend some bread and give me some sneakers or give me a jersey or something like that, or take me to a resort or take me to Comic Con. A brother is not opposed to any of these things. Trust me, I love to travel. You know what I mean? So scenery and travel is a big thing. You know what I mean? So you take me on a little scenic route, or you want to go on a little cruise, a brother is down for that at any time. You know what I'm saying? And salute to the moderator in the world, Tika. What's going on? Man, thank you, Marcus, for the donation. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
told that. I got told that when I went on the date. I got told this was a prom dress. I didn't care. I was wearing it. We're doing big things.
No, it looks nice. It looks nice, Miss Polly. The dress is cool. It's nice. It's very fashionable. You know what I'm saying? It's respectable. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really cool. You know what I mean?
I try to look fancy. Listen, I paid for it. I had to wear it more than one date. It's not gonna work out. I think because the gifts I've given to some gentlemen, like I said, the buy something like usually like things that smell nice. I like my guys to go out and smell nice. I think that's a good thing. I'm gonna tell you something that you didn't know. Victoria's Secret has men's cologne, and their thing is amazing. They have men's cologne in there. It's amazing. If you ladies are in there, you're already in there. Go and grab some. Yeah, I think they have like 5 of them, 5 different ones. And they're really awesome. Shoes like Jordans. I've done that. Since I have more than one partner, obviously, I'm a giver kind of lady, so that's I'm doing that. I figure out what you like and then kind of give you that like that. Make your favorite food. That's another one. Get your favorite food. Give your man, not everybody, but you don't want to always use your sexual interaction as a gift, but if your man likes to eat food and get loved down and then take himself a nap, maybe you should give that. That's his thing. I've actually bought a car for one of my partners that he really liked. And he wanted. And I bought the car. It was funny. It was a car that he liked, so I got him that. And then I know that sounds extravagant, but it was an older car that he wanted to work on. He wanted to work on and rebuild it himself, and so I made sure he could do that. Participate in that, whatever they're into. So you kind of give them cater to that person, like you were saying. But yeah, I think those are the good ones. Those are really good ones. Let them have a little spa time or whatever. Mm-hmm.
So I got the spot is gonna be, that'll be fire for real. You know what I mean? I'm planning on kind of doing something like that pretty soon. But so I got two questions for you, Miss Polly. So my first question is, what are things that you like, right? And as far as gifts, and then secondly, I'll get to my second question after you answer that one, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, okay. I don't necessarily like to receive gifts all the time. I like their time. So whatever you want to do, the time is the time. So I like to enjoy time with whatever they want to do. I know that sounds weird, but like that, watching my partners or my boyfriends enjoy themselves is like that's a gift to me. So I enjoy that. So watching them actually have fun, watching them be happy and joyful, that is very wonderful to me. Like making them feel special is special to me. I'm very big on compersion. That's like amazing. But like if they want to do something for me, like whatever, because that means that they're putting effort too. So if you want to know a thing for ladies, your man will see what you need and he will give it to you. He just will. Just being honest. And if he can't see it, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're paying attention, but that's just really, you don't have to ask for too much because they'll give it to you. The things you actually need, not want to need.
Okay, and what the desire you have to give to men, right? Like, where does that come from? Like, has that always been something? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Cologne is it. Cologne is it. You know what I mean? Cool water over here. Cool water preferred. You know what I'm saying? But
Not the cool water.
what is the desire to?
I'm with you on
Oh, say it
that.
again, brother Allen.
I said I'm with you on that
That cool water, right?
That cool water. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
sir. Man, that get them going. You know what I'm saying? So, Miss Polly, what's the desire? What gives you that desire to just give, to men and just to have that unconditional love, as you say? Like, where's all this? Where does that logic or even that attitude come from? Because that's very rare. I don't really hear nobody, especially a lot of women, really say that a lot too.
I don't know. I always thought everybody was like that. But then it comes to find out. But also, if you know me, like you said, like I was around. My perception of men, black men, is probably a lot different than a lot of women. Like I might have them, like my mom and dad weren't together. Like our families, like my grandparents knew their grandparents. Like we were so close, and like I was close to my dad. Like I saw him all like a lot. It wasn't like that. And then but there's not a lot of women in my family. So I'm surrounded by black men all the time. Yeah, that was bad. But I'm like, I grew up with seeing black men love others and see, my perception of black men is not probably the norm. The first time I felt safe, secure as a black male. First time I felt like I saw them doing things for, it was black men. I didn't see that the other side people say they saw, or they like, they treated my mom bad. I even my mom and dad weren't together. I never saw him treat her bad. I never saw mistreatment in that fashion. So I don't see that. I always saw my grandmother catering to my grandfather, and even the women cater. The little bit of women that there are there, it's like cater to the men. So I saw a lot of compersion, loving to watch others be happy. So I'm just a compersionist.
Right. You grew up like I did. Same women in the family making the same moves. My grandmother gave my mother and her sister a complete demand before she passed away. And this was one thing that struck me out. It was more than this, but this one thing kind of took it for me. She was like, don't ever feed your father on a paper plate. And it threw me off, and they told me what my grandmother had said, and I was like, wow. But of course, living, she never ate off a paper plate, regardless, even if they came home with, food from the church, stuff like that. Grandma took it out, put it on an actual plate and gave it to them. So, I know the difference in what's going on nowadays versus what used to go on. And it's a huge difference, a huge one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just a comparison. Like you say, like that. I love to see other people happy, but my partners especially.
Hmm.
Like that is amazing. Like why? Like think of my thought is, if you love somebody and care for them, why wouldn't you want to see them at the best they can be and
Right,
see them happy?
right.
That isn't that what the purpose is? I don't know. It just sounds a
It
little
used
weird
to
that
be.
it's not that way.
It used to be. I don't know what's happening now.
I don't know. Well, it's I think it's a lot of our system is set up for individualism and to only self care. And you hear it all the time, self care, self. It's like, okay, when are you loving and caring for anyone else? You don't hear people say love and care for everybody else. You hear them say, make sure you're doing okay. Make sure it's all about you, you, you. And we don't live in a society where we're supposed to care for others. It's a joke.
Yeah, now it is.
Yes. So for mostly, it's all about what can I do to make myself better and who do I have to step on to get there?
Basically.
Like you if you really listen to what people are saying, some people hear what people are saying, but do you hear what people are saying underneath? You have to hear the underneath. They can talk all they want, but you have to hear what they're saying underneath. And underneath, a lot of people are saying, what can I do to better myself? And even if it's from, oh, I'm going to date this guy. And then they'll say, oh, because he can provide this, this, and this, and this. So you hear it says, like, what can I do to better myself? You didn't say, what can we do to do something together? You said, what can I do to better myself? You're in a mindset of always bettering yourself. You're not really worried about anyone else. You're just worried about stepping on them to get where you need. Consistently. That's all.
Okay. Brother Smitty, anything you got, bro? And salute to our sister Foxy Moon Premier. Salute.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Sister Polly a question. What
Yes,
do you
sir.
think? What do you think is more important to most women if they had to choose between romance or sexual gratification?
Interesting. I'll say the age bracket again. I think the youth is more into the sexual gratification because they don't want any feelings because feelings cause problems. So I'll say that. And then the other way around, I say when they're a little older, they desire something that they didn't get before because they haven't found it.
Oh, damn. That sounds like a good one.
Could you be with a man that's everything you've ever wanted, head to toe, the way he looks, dress, smells, lifestyle, the whole nine, but he's not sexually pleasing to you? Would that be the deal breaker? But everything else is there. Y'all look damn good in public together.
Yeah, I'm fine. And I'll say that because of this. There's the reason why I'm saying that. Because most women are going to say, well, that's a law. You want that attention. You just going to go cheat. And this is the thing. If you are monogamous, you have to think outside the box, right? Like I said, it's just what it is. If you're monogamous, you have to think outside the box. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to be real honest, most people are, they're going to start losing. A lot of men will start losing testosterone. The sex drive goes down. Blah, blah, blah. That's stuff that changes. If you have a man who's going to be consistently loving, consistently caring, consistently taking care of you, what's the better option here? And most people don't make good choices anyway. So you're going to choose the temporary D because most people live in a world where they want instant gratification. I want what's now because tomorrow's unpromised. So they live in that. If you live in that world, yeah, that's what you want. So I see the bigger picture, which is if I live 30 years, do I want to have some D that's not great, but we can get toys and we can figure it out, and I get all the love and care I need and all the stuff I need? Yeah, sure. Be smarter. Make better choices. Because D comes and goes. It's just what it is. I bet your
Okay.
crotch it ain't gonna it's gonna dry up at 50. Then what you gonna do then? He gonna leave you because it's dry, or you hope he
Right.
thinks like that. You have to be fair in that situation.
Okay. I like that. I want to ask my fellas something. Now, when I ask this, I'm not talking about the woman you're actually with. I'm talking about our sisters, like women across the board. Now, some may argue and say, we already like treated like that, but I'm talking about in its entirety. What do you think us as men, if we had to choose between or the other, we can only get one or the other from our sisters from this day forward between respect or sex? Which do you think most men would choose and why? And of course, what do you choose? Either one of y'all.
Well, we already know most of the men are going to choose sex. Let's just keep that 100 flat out. People that are actually want something out of life, the men that want something out of life a little bit more sustainable and stuff, it's going to be respect. Because sex comes and goes, things like that. Sex is pretty much, available for almost free in some cases to a degree. But, yeah, respect is something that's not in society for men nowadays, but we want very much so. But the masses would probably choose, sex, like talking about. Let's just keep that honest. A lot of men
What
don't
does
have.
Alan choose? What does Alan choose? Right now, today, if you knew that by the time the sun rises, you can only get one or the other from our sisters for the rest of life. You can get big respect everywhere you go, but you not knocking shit down. Or you can knock it down almost anything you walk by. But I mean, they gonna just be running they monkey ass mouth to your ass all night. You not gonna get no kind of respect at all. Ever. Stores, everything.
The respect.
You would forfeit sex for the rest of your life in order to have respect.
Yes.
No, I respect that.
I got KY. Porn is free.
It is.
Very
respect.
easy. Very easy.
Wait,
For me.
I think you guys should explain to ladies that part. I think some ladies confused because I think men see respect as you won't do certain things because you respect me, right? And that includes cheating.
Right.
But women don't see that. When they say, "Oh, I'm not being disrespectful," that part they don't understand. So when a man says, "Oh, well, I don't want you to cheat," when a woman's cheating on them, they say it's disrespectful.
I mean, but in the same token too, when women get cheated on, they see it as disrespectful too. So how can you not see it as disrespectful? Because if they
Foxy, we know.
They wouldn't, they wouldn't slash your tires or bust your windows or try to have you illegally locked up for something that you didn't do or anything like that. Let's just keep this honest here now. So they see it as disrespectful. I don't live here. So, they see it as disrespectful. They know it's disrespect. That's why I hold women feet to the fire. Like Malcolm X said, the toughest people you got to be tough on is women. If you don't, it gets, sorry, but it gets kind of like the devil. You give them an inch, they will take a damn mile.
But if you love someone, you can cheat on them.
No.
Oh man.
Respect goes a long way. Now it's plenty.
My question is that, so would you ever love or respect? A man will choose respect. Why won't he choose love?
Why would he choose love? Because love comes and goes in marriages and relationships. Respect is sustainable. And if you have the proper amount of respect, you're going to love that person anyway. So respect goes a long way amongst people. That's how civilization has been built off respect. We wouldn't be this far in civilization as a collective of humankind without respecting each other to some degree. Now, I'm not saying everybody's just going to respect. Yeah, we get that. But if the mass amount are giving respect to one another, then we can make it somewhere. And that's where we are now. Respect goes a long way. You respect that, like, you know, you respect that wild animal, don't you? You go out there and hunt, stuff like that. That's a respect thing. Because if you go out there being disrespectful, they gonna get up on your tail. Respect goes a long way.
So where you at with it? So respect or sex for the rest of your life by the time the sun rises.
That's easy for me. Sorry, I'm eating.
Nobody's surprised, bro. We're no one's surprised. Go ahead, sir.
I would take the box for 1,000, Alex. Thank you.
So start over. You borged out. You borged out. Start over.
I would take the box for 1,000, Alex. Okay.
Really?
Thank you. Yeah. Respect myself.
And what do you think? You said that's good enough. Okay, so what do you think most men would take if you just had to take a guess, a stab in the dark? Alan said he thinks most of us the box too.
Cookies.
We're gonna work our way around it.
Women are having sex with cookies. That's who these babies are.
I said cookies.
Oh, you said cookies. Oh, okay.
I said guys would want cookies. Cookies.
Okay.
It's true. It's just true.
I think y'all like cookies so much that y'all get delusional. What? Yeah.
It's probably so.
Yeah.
If you have the option, by the time the sun rises, you can have 40 million in your account. You can never have sex with a man or a woman again. No sex, period. No head, giving it, receiving it, nothing.
Yeah, I don't need no money. I'm more.
So
I'm not a
you
money
go
lady.
with sex?
Yeah, I'm not a money lady. I like intimacy better than money. I don't mean I like to get taken down. I'm just saying if I had to choose, like I don't need to be a millionaire. I'm okay. Like I live in the forest and play with foxes and give hugs to my partners. I'm good. It's cool.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm not a material lady. You know, whatever.
Okay. I ain't mad at that at all. I was wondering from you guys, when it comes to like, let's say, a couple being together, what in your book is considered to be too long before you actually are very serious with that person? Whether it's being actually committed, living together, marriage, children, the whole time. What would you say is too long? What would you say is too short of a time frame? What's your in between?
Say it one more time.
When it comes to being with a person, like relationship wise, what would you say is too long before you actually are serious? Like, all right, we're done playing around, just fucking around. You know, we're done just being like, you know, really, really good fuck buddies.
Oh, Lord.
How long before being serious should come into play? And what would you say is too short of a time? What would you say is kind of jumping the gun?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this is the most ridiculous thing. I don't even play them games. It's a joke. I'm not that kind of lady. Just be like, we just friends, and you just knocking it off. I don't live that life. We if you getting this, you with it. That's just what it is. If you ain't with it, then we ain't doing it. I just think that's like so. Like whatever. Like it's just it doesn't make any reason to just give yourself away to someone who doesn't value it. It shows that I don't have value for myself. I know a lot of people might not agree, but that's just how I personally see it. Like if I'm giving you that part of me that that access, and I mean not just sex, I mean just your time. My time's important, and so if you're taking my time and all that stuff, oh yeah, you're gonna be investing in this. And so most of the time, if you're not even committed to me, I don't even play that. That's a joke. So I would say like I usually give someone about 6 weeks to figure out if we together or not, and that's with no sexual contact. You need to know. Then if you're
Do
not
you
sure if
believe?
you do it before that, it's cool.
Sorry.
That's cool. But like, are we doing this or not? I'm too old for that. That's a game. I don't want to play. Because if you want to just have a short-term play, there's ladies out there you can pay for that. And they got good stuff too, so you be all right. I'm not for play. I pay for keeps.
Okay. Would you say, from what you say, that is the thing that most women do look at? Once I start giving you this goodness down here, that is considered an investment on the man's part. Like he should invest in that. Basically, like you're investing that. Is that an
Yeah,
investment, sex, to a woman?
I think if the woman's giving you that, she's investing.
That's no. That's what I'm asking. Is to
Yeah,
women?
yeah,
Yeah. Sex is an
yeah. I feel like you're
investment.
investing.
Okay.
Because you're investing in that man. Because what if he knocks you up? You investing on him to do what he's supposed to do. You're investing in him to do all the things and make sure you're okay. So if and I'm not saying I'm perfect because younger me, I wasn't thinking like that really at all. But no, we don't do that. That don't make sense. But see, I know that I just had that knowledge later. I just be like, okay, that's not even worth it. So if you're not investing, then what are we doing? Because if you just want a good time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't. I don't even believe in one night stands. I think that's a joke. I don't know what that is. There's no point. First off, there's too many toys and variety of toys out here for y'all to be giving it away for free, and that's just silly. So I can't be part of that.
Okay. Salute, Foxy. That's you. Is that you, Foxy? Is that you? Let me know if you get your mic straight.
Peace,
If not,
peace. I can't hear y'all on my phone, so I'm gonna go through my computer.
all right, bet. Yeah. Okay. We right here. I'm gonna pull you up when I see you. Uncle Ferg, what's going on, sir? Respect to the elders. What you got for me?
What's
You
up,
can respond to whatever questions you're ready.
I mean, just give me the last question again.
How long would you say it is like two people dealing with each other? Like we all know there are a lot of occasions where, y'all messing around, y'all know
Yeah,
the potential and where it can go, but y'all not a couple yet. How long would you say before, you should be serious, whether it's becoming a couple, getting married, and or having children, whatever it may be? How long before being serious should come into play? And what would you say is too short of a time?
I'm gonna go with the short answer first. You should give it at least 90 days. Like your credit. Your credit goes bad within 90 days. Try to, within 90 days, you should be thinking about getting serious with that person, so you won't waste too much time, at least a season, not quite a full season, but 90 days. Too long, anything over 2 years is too long. Because most men realize that if they want a woman and they're looking to marry her, they're thinking about that within the first 6 months to a year. Anything after that, he knows he can continue to play the game and get what he wants without any demands from her. So, and eventually he's just going to ghost her, break her heart, and marry somebody else within a year. So. And to the other question about respect and box, I think it depends on the age. Man, before 30, we want the box first. We don't give a damn about your respect. We're gonna make you respect us when we put this hammer on you. But after 35, I think most men will want respect. But they probably had fun, you know, and like the boxes. It realized it ain't that special, you know. Ain't no woman got that one special box. It's just how she treats you and respects you in that relationship and marriage. You know, so it's a precursor. Before 35, yeah, give us the box all day. We can talk about everything else. After 35, it gets turned to more respect. So he starts to mature and think about things a little different.
Okay. I don't know where Smitty went, but I guess he'll be back. You got a Sister Foxy Moon premiere up here. Sister Foxy was good.
My bad. Yeah. Go ahead, Soap. You already started. Yeah, go ahead. Foxy, your turn or whatever. My bad.
Okay, peace, everybody. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. You sound beautiful.
Okay. Thank you. So salute to Sister Polly. Soapbox was goody. My Smitty snackable brother Trey salutes everybody. And to everybody in the chat and listening in the clouds. I would say, yeah, like I posted in the comment section that 6 months would be enough time to, you know, you've invested some time to determine whether you want to go stronger with this person or not. And I would say the shortest would be 3 months. Because you have a gauge where you can, especially if you're going hard with this person, you know, you're talking to them every day or you see them every day, you know, up to 3 months, like you can determine yay or nay if that's going to go any further. And 6 months, yeah, it would be the same thing. Like if you're vibing with them and you're doing all the courtship stuff, yeah, chances are you would continue, you know, to invest a little longer in the relationship.
Okay. All right. No. Salute to that. So, okay. So you say about 6 months or so. Within that 6 months, is it all right? So hold on real quick. Let's just go down the line real quick. So Miss Polly said from the jump. Foxy, you said 6 months. So what did you say?
For me, listen,
what did you say?
Number one, and salute the Chocolate Foundation. Sister Chocolate, if you can come on through, you know how we do. For me, I ain't making no major decision until a year, right?
Okay, about a year.
Yeah, about a year. And not only that, I know that I don't know someone until I live with them. I know that for a fact.
Okay. Uncle Perg, what did you say?
I said about 90 days. You know, you can find them.
So I want everybody to think about their answer as far as the time frame. My follow question to that is, within that time frame that you say is good enough and or is your criteria, do you believe that you were supposed to have seen all of that person? So within 90 days, is it good enough? Are you supposed to see 100% of me? Or in 90 days or a year, 6 months, all these different right off jump, as Miss Polly say, as soon as you get in the car and it gets on. With all of this, is there a percentage that you expect to see of this person. If so, how much? What? I expect at least get about 50% of you within that time frame, or do you expect to get 100% of that person within that time frame before you make your decision? Whoever want to go ahead. I digress. My mic is muted.
Okay, since I was first the last time. I do believe that, like I said, when I say, like, first off, like when you're committed to somebody to that extent, yeah, I do believe you should already kind of know. What I mean by that is you should know someone's core values within probably, like I said, like about 6 weeks. You should know if you're going to be with somebody, but you should be vetting them prior to that. I think we don't vet before we even commit. If you're just talking to someone, get to know them, 6 weeks, whatever, but like you're not giving them that full, like, everything. Like I'm saying, like, you can talk to them, have conversations. That's high contact. I want to put that out there, high contact, which means like you talk to them every day. They're part of your daily routine, heavy contact. You should be able to figure out their core values at that point. It's about 6 weeks. And then decide if you're going to be with them. And know at least how long. Absolutely.
Sister Fox, let's get you in there. Ladies first. And then we'll go to Uncle Ferg and Brother Soap last.
Okay. Can you just repeat the question again?
The time frame that you told me in which is the time frame in which, before y'all should be serious.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been curious. Within that time frame, do you expect to have seen 100% of that person? If
No.
not, what percentage of that person is at least, 50%, 70%? What's the percentage that has to be shown to you for that time frame?
I would say 50, because now, considering the nature of the relationship, whether you are seeing this person all the time or you have relationships that are long distance, it may start off on some long distance type thing. So you're only going to get what you're allowed to hear, or if you're doing video time to see, right? But if you're with this person, physically, you might see 75% of them.
That sounds about accurate. I mean, if considering you're dealing with somebody that is reserved in their lifestyle naturally, but honest when it comes to relationships, I would say about 75 is a good number. That's a good number. Yeah. Okay, respect to that, sis. Uncle Ferg, what you got for us? Soap, you next. You know that. So finish chewing your food, Soap.
Be quiet, Smitty.
In two perspectives, I believe I agree with what the young lady said. If there's a long distance relationship, there may be I go a little less, about 50% of the time, because you can only see me on weekends. I mean, I got Sunday night through Thursday night to do what the hell I want. You got to do what the hell you want. So it may take you a long time to really see how that person is. But if you like within the same city or whatever, you can find that out within 90 days as far as who this person is. Because if she's really into you, she's going to show up for you. She's going to be enthusiastic about talking to you, about seeing you, hooking up with you. You're going to get a chance to meet her friends. She's going to take you to her mama house, her daddy house, her favorite cousin house, big brother house. If she's into you like that, and vice versa for men. If a man is really into you, he's not going to hesitate to open up who his intimate circle is. Now, if any of you all are like getting your back scratched by someone else, now that part you may not know. But if you pay attention to movements, because men are simple, we're not that complicated, then you'll find out all you need. And you have to ask questions. I've always took it that I'm into a woman and I believe she's into me, And when we get to know each other, the greatest time to be as open and honest. It wouldn't offend me if she would say to me that she's seeing somebody else. At least I know how to move accordingly then. But if I asked you a question and you don't answer that question, that is my answer. I already understand what it is. You know, it shouldn't be a question that you should not answer. With all due respect, I'm not going to ask you, you know, well, today's day, market day, you got to ask all that shit. Has a man been with a woman? Has a woman been with, has a man been with a man? Has a woman been with a woman? You have to ask all those questions. You know, so you can't leave any stone unturned today. You have to really dive into the meat of it. So if you do decide to commit, then at least you go in understanding what you're getting into, and you don't want to surprise, because I see a lot of people lose it after they gotten into something and realize that that's what it was. And women seem to make that mistake. Because I don't want to see no woman getting hurt. I got 5 sisters, man. So just be honest and open up front.
Good stuff, Uncle Ferg. I like that. Thank you. So, what you got for us?
I would say
There
for
you
me,
go.
it'll be like 80 to 100%. You know what I mean? Within that year, because I would have to meet her family, and then I have to get to know her kids if she has any kids, right? And of course, we got to live together. You know what I mean? So I
Okay.
should be around 80, 100% around that time. And I'm not committed to somebody completely unless it's that 80 to 100%. You know what I mean? Really, 100%. Let's be honest, 100%. If I 100% know you, it ain't going down.
Okay. All right. I'm just curious. Definitely, again, ladies first. All right, Miss Polly, Foxy. Out of 100% of a relationship, what percentage of that should be self-serving? Miss Polly. Foxy, you can go ahead until she gets back.
So when you say self-serving, what does that mean?
Like you, out of 100% that you put into this relationship, what percentage should be just for you? Your pampering, your time. This is just Foxy's time. Fuck them kids. Fuck everything. This is me.
About a quarter of the time, about 25%.
Okay. Not bad. Uncle Ferg, what you got?
Since I'm married, then, you know.
You can't say that.
No. And me and my wife have these discussions, you know, and we are able to find that solitary time within our own space. You know, I like the basement, she likes upstairs. I like football, she does. So within that, you know, I can always tweet 2, 3, 4 hours a day in my own space. So, you know, I don't know. It's just depending on the dynamics of the relationship. Once you're committed and you're living together, then that person should become your best friend. So, you know,
Let's say you working 5 days out of the week. Let's just call it the typical 9 to 5 schedule. We're just going to keep it basic. Regular weekends off type shit. 5 days a week, you get off at 5.
I mean, as long as,
how much time would you say in a week you need to yourself?
In a week, maybe.
Just for you, just to keep yourself all together.
I'll say if you add it all up, about 24 hours.
So about a day. Just give you that football Sunday.
Yeah, just give me that football Sunday. That's, you know, or, you know, like you said, during the work week, you know.
Right. Okay.
But I do expect to hear that voice before I lay my head down. I do expect something.
Of course, absolutely. So, what you got for us?
Repeat your question again, bro.
In a relationship, out of 100% of a relationship that you put into the relationship, what
Mhm.
percentage out of that 100 should be self-serving?
Uh, mm, uh, it's got to be a balance, right? So I would say if I'm giving my all, because I'm gonna give my all to myself, and I'm gonna give my all to the person I'm with. So like, it's going. I'm gonna give 100 to myself, 100, 100 to her. You know what I mean? Like it ain't gonna be like I'm not gonna give 100. Like I'm not. I can't. I can't split the 100 and say I'm gonna give only 50% to her and 50% to me. Nah, I'm gonna give 100 to myself, 100 to her. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. Like I'm not gonna not treat myself right because I'm with her, or I'm not gonna treat her badly because I
So
want to
you
be
that
treated
man
right.
that's going to consist of 200%, which means 100% is what most of us consist of. So to be 200%, 100 for you, 100 for her, which means that you would be a man that's working double time every day. Do you think that you're
Yeah.
ready mentally and physically to, endure such stamina?
Yes, sir. There you go. but
Respect.
in actuality, it's a balance though. You gotta have a balance. That's really what's about. You got to balance, man. There's gonna be times where, you know what I mean, where things are gonna be focused on her. There's gonna be times where things are focused on you. You know? I mean, and then
Wait a minute.
if you got kids, then yeah, then it gets a little more a little more real when you got kids. You know what I mean? And I don't know how they divvy up their time with kids. I don't know. So you can't ask me that question because I have no idea.
I
But yeah.
understand. I understand. Yeah, I'm baffled. Miss Polly, you're up on that one. If you need me repeated, I got you.
Yeah.
Real quick, I got
And
you. I
then,
got you.
oh, and then real quick after this, I do have to go. But
That's perfect timing.
if you guys want to
Um,
continue, yeah, it's okay.
uh, um, Sister Chocolate, you said, hold on. So, are you saying 100% of relationships should be self-serving? I wouldn't be surprised, but benefit of the doubt, whatever. So, all right. So, Miss Polly, in a
Yes.
relationship, out of 100% of it, out of all that you give and put into this relationship, what percentage of that relationship should be self-serving?
Miss Polly, after this question, um, take us home. Take us home. Close us out. 'Cause I know this is your show, so
Okay.
close us out.
Um, I'll say like the self-serving. I think you do need, like you said, kind of like just find a balance because you have to always remember that you do have to take care of yourself too, so you can give to others. You do have to do that. That's important. Um, for me personally, I think I don't need as much, but I still have to pour into myself, so I still stay about like 30% for myself. But that's just because I'm a completionist. But if I wasn't a completionist, probably like you have. That's what I would say.
50%? Okay. Man, shit. Okay. That's what's up. Everybody has their
I think
different numbers. For me, I would say in and out. Yeah, I'll probably say about a 25, 30%. She can have the rest of that. The kids, everything else. The house can have the rest of that. Just just give me my good quarter of a time and just don't bother me at all and just let me just do whatever it is I do. Whether I'm fishing, recording, being creative, or just staring at the grass. Just let me do that shit. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Yeah, it's late. Go ahead, take us home, Sister
yes.
Paul.
Okay. Well, I do want to say I appreciate everyone for taking the time to, come up here, share their thoughts and their feelings today. I know we got a little wild and a little bit off track there um, earlier, but sometimes we don't always get to choose the direction that we're going in when we're going down the river. So, it just chose to go a different direction. But I appreciate everybody for coming out, and respect to everyone who came up here and shared their thoughts and feelings and their own personal experiences. We will be back next week talking a little bit more about, like you said, the evolution of love. We're going to have some more topics for you and start talking about kind of trying to meet and greet and have fun with people. So at some point, I want to kind of transition it into being able to have conversations or people getting to know people on here and see if they can find someone that they can connect with. I think that's important. So that being said, let me let you guys go. You have a good night, and see you next time.
Peace, Sister Polly.